everybody, what's up? Kevin here from the Chord Progression Podcast, brought to you by My Song They Rock 2000 today. No shameless plug, because I am currently in Amsterdam following my stint at Mars Island, the 30 Seconds to Mars music festival thing that they put on every single... I don't know how to describe it accurately, but I was there, and now I'm in Amsterdam, so... kind of actually just enjoying my time here right now, so we're not doing a full podcast today, nothing really on me. It's kind of more like a greatest hits thing. I will be talking all about Camp Mars, Mars Island next week, along with the Killswitch Engage album. Unfortunately, no podcast with Slipknot's We Are Not Your Kind, as I'm not taking any of my podcast stuff with me, so just kind of letting you know that right up front. But gonna give you a little bit of a greatest hits moment where we're gonna be going through and you're gonna hear some of the best stuff from, in order, Ascending from Ashes, Kingdom Collapse, and GFM, Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh. We've interviewed all three of these bands so far on the Chord Progression Podcast, give you our favorite moments from those interviews, and we hope you thoroughly enjoy them. So please enjoy, so far, the Chord Progressions Podcast, Greatest Hits. Enjoy, and this is Kevin. Talk to you guys next week. You guys have any crazy stories when it comes to like performing live shows, or maybe traveling from one place to another to perform? Any like crazy wacky stories?
Wow. Give us a sec here. Let's think about it. Bringing in John to the studio back and forth was kind of fun. And then, so when we were making Glory, Glory was a big album. It's only 14 tracks on it, and it's 13 tracks in its current form, but it was 17. And we spent a lot of time going into Staten Island to record it. So in the morning, usually Dave or I would wake up around 8 a.m. maybe, drive into Manhattan in that traffic, pick John up, drive into Staten Island, work an 8-hour day at the studio, then drop him back off in Manhattan, and then drive back to New Jersey. So there's a lot of driving. Also, John Moyer is a big coffee spiller. So if somehow, John, if you're hearing this, man, keep a hand on those cups of coffee. Try not to put them on the floor of a car. That's not a good place to start. He was spilling them in my car. He was spilling them in the studio. I mean, he was nuts, Moyer. And afterwards, but the man needs coffee, dude. He works nonstop, man. He needs the coffee. So coffee in the morning, wine at night, and and repeat. Oh, actually, speaking of crazy stories, there is one from that experience. One time I was driving John home. It was just me and him in my 2003 Yukon. It was a pretty rainy day, and I'm driving up this really curvy road in Staten Island. It was called like Arthur Hill Road, but we changed the name to Arthur Kill Road after this incident. We're driving up this very steep hill in this rain, and this dude in this F-250 is barreling down the road in the oncoming traffic lane, in my lane. And John, it's like this kind of barricaded road, so I couldn't even get over. And this dude just slams into the driver's side rear door and keeps driving. And it fucked up the tire. Like, I couldn't drive, couldn't even chase after the guy. I'm like, oh, damn. And John's like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, man, are you okay? And we went up, we pulled over, we put the spare tire on. Wasn't sure what to do, and somebody drives by like, "Yeah, are you guys okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, somebody hit me and kept driving." They're like, "Maybe you should drive down the road because I think that guy hit somebody else and now is pulled over." And sure enough, I went down the road and the guy hit a BMW head on down the road. Everybody was okay, but he totaled both cars. He was just down the road, like guilty as hell.
Oh, so, wow.
Yeah. So, and unfortunately, neither John or I were hurt. We might have been if my truck wasn't so tanky. Because he hit us pretty hard, and he, like I said, he totaled the BMW down there and totaled his truck. But so that's a crazy story. Me and John in a little car accident.
Was John holding on to coffee at that point?
It was end of day, so I don't think he had any coffee. You know what? You believe it though. If John had a cup of coffee in his hand, it would be all over the car.
Well,
I wouldn't have blamed them for that one.
What you guys might need to do for like Christmas this year is you might need to find a coffee cup with a lid that like latches in 5 different places.
We're gonna get Don a sippy cup for Christmas.
Oh, man. John, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry, man, but the truth is going to come out sooner or later.
I hope I get a chance to actually get to have John on here as well, and then I might have to bring it up about his coffee spilling habits.
We have videos.
Just remind him he owes Kevin detail. That's all.
Yeah, I cleaned up. He didn't spill that much in my car.
No.
He spilled a lot in the studio, though.
Well, then he might owe the studio something for that.
Yeah,
a little something. A little something.
We'll get the deposit back kind of thing. Something like that, maybe.
A little quirky question for you guys, just because kind of given the time that it's around, it being, around Father's Day weekend, are any of you guys dads at all, or?
No, we're all, no, none of us are married or anything. Just, we're all in our 20s basically. So, yeah, so.
I just felt like I had to ask, just with being, that Father's Day weekend area, Father's Day spirit. And I mean, so then have your guys' dads come out to the shows and been fully supportive of it, or?
Yeah,
well, I mean, at least I hope they have been.
Our very first show and everything. Robert's parents were out. My parents were out. I think everyone was there to support. It was a big deal. Everyone. Everyone's families know that it's a big deal.
And they got to be prouder than all hell with you guys, because just taking life by, just grabbing life by the balls and just going full force at it with what you love, and it's starting to pay dividends. And
yeah.
Before you know it, I mean, those dividends are just going to keep growing and growing and growing and growing to the point where, I mean, we've talked about it a lot already, where we can see where your future is going. But then again, it's also up to you guys to make it there.
To keep it going. Yep, exactly.
And if you guys just keep on the path that you have been, and just, maybe and up the intensity of, making sure that, playing all these shows in different states, getting more exposure for yourself, continuing to make great music, you guys are easily on that path.
Right. It's going to be good.
It's going to be fantastic, and I cannot wait for you guys to make it up here to play a show, because I'll try and be in the front row. Otherwise, if there's a mosh pit going, I'll probably be in there. So if you see a shoe flying up in the air, that's probably someone threw that up there, but it's probably my shoe.
Hell yeah, man.
But now I got to really get into this. How did you break your ankle and all those different bones on stage? Like, can you go through that whole entire story? Because I'm really intrigued by this.
It's like a dumb little thing that happened, and then like it blew up. Like I was literally jumped off my riser, because there's like a big stage outside festival. We have our risers that are like, how tall are they? Like 3 foot? Really?
Not 3 foot. It's like maybe 2 feet. And she did she tripped over it.
I jumped off the riser, but I usually wear platforms, and so I landed on when I roll it, and so it just completely just shattered.
Yeah, it was a couple inches too high, and
I didn't realize it, so I just kept continue playing because it's the second song in, and so I was just running around. I was like, wow, this actually really hurts. Yeah, and I was like, I can't be a weenie. I gotta keep going.
You literally did your best Dave Grohl impersonation, because when he broke his ankle, he did the exact same thing.
Yeah. We didn't get the throne, though. I didn't get the throne, man. I was sitting on a wooden chair when I played, because 3 weeks later, we flew to Germany, and we performed in front of 2,000 people.
We put a towel over your head. A black blanket on top of her head, because we had this big intro that we used to come out to. And we're like, well, Sita can't walk out for the intro. She's got to stay on the stage. And so we just put a blanket over her and walked out and ripped the blanket off. I was like, ooh, magic trick.
See, those are the stories you always have to tell, because those are just the best stories that just show just kind of the goofiness of stuff that can happen on stage, rolling with the punches, and, well, just makes people laugh. It's like, well, look at this. It's just absolutely hilarious. But then you just keep going. You keep playing. And you find a way to make it work.
Yeah, great memories, man. And we're not weenies, so you can't take me down, man.
Clearly, you do not belong to Weenie Hut Juniors or Super Weenie Hut Juniors. I cannot remember the tough club from SpongeBob that was all a part of, but you belong there.
Yeah.
I feel really bad now, because I felt like I should remember that name, but my SpongeBob trivia is lacking in some areas.
That's hilarious, man.
Out of all the new songs, which is your favorite to play?
Definitely Give Me a Sign. That one is that's my favorite one by far.
We thrash to like the Never Again in the beginning. And then like other side we have a bunch of fun tricks that we do if there's a big crowd. But Give Me a Sign, it's always it's our like slowest, or not slowest, but like lightest song. But we always end with it, and everyone gets it's our pop punk song, so everyone goes crazy, and it's a lot of fun to get them going for like the very last song.
Well, everyone loves jamming to some good old pop punk style music. It's always that throwback to back in 2004, 2005 when the genre was like one of the most popular genres out there, and everyone has some nostalgia feel towards it. So when they hear a sound or a song that has that influence to it, it always makes people feel a lot happier because it gives them that nostalgia kick.
Yeah.
And I am definitely one of those people.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun when we play it just normally, but if we go to an outside venue or an outside festival, we always throw cupcakes because we started the Great Cupcake War. So if you come to an outside show and we play Give Me a Sign, we always throw cupcakes, and everyone smears the cupcake frosting all over them, and they become a Cupcake War survivor.
Okay, how did this Cupcake War thing really start? Because now I'm intrigued because I want to end up throwing cupcakes at people and having a good time.
It was actually C-Day's birthday when we played a festival called Metal the Mountains, and she wanted to throw a whole cake, and we're like, okay, we can't throw a whole cake because we can't get super messy. So we went and got cupcakes, and we threw them, and it was really fun. And then the next morning we woke up, and our whole social media was like, are you gonna have this on the next show? Like, you guys are gonna do this from now on, right? And so we can't do it in inside venues because we respect their venues and we don't want them to, have to clean it all up. But outside venues, as long as we get the cue to do it, we decided that it's something we're gonna do now and just throw cupcakes because that's what GFM's all about. It's just not taking yourself too seriously. Like, we're gonna throw cupcakes in the crowd, and have fun. Maybe it's your birthday, and then we'll say happy birthday to you.
Okay, now I hope I get to see you in an outdoor show on my birthday, even though I'm probably going to have to travel for that because it'd be really cold here if you came here on my birthday, so it'd be indoors. But I really want to I want to start throwing some cupcakes around and that just seems like one insane time. And especially where something just kind of came up and you just decided to do it on a whim and the fans took to it and everyone wants to have that happen now. You pretty much, it's kind of like going viral. You struck gold with something.
I feel like we struck gold a lot, so.
Well, this is just one of those
instances.
instances.
Myrrh, am I right?
I see what you did there. I kind of set that up without even knowing it. Look at me. Doing something right here. Woohoo!